ranking at 140. Played just one match so far in this Axiata Cup campaign, and that was in the group stage. What a crucial group match it was against Malaysia Tigers. Lost that encounter against Darren Liu, but showed good fighting spirit. Number 12 now in the world ranking, down one place, Taufik Hidayat, 30-year-old who will turn 31 in August, from Bandung, West Java. Former world number one, former Olympic champion, former world champion, former Asian Games champion. The list goes on with Taufik Hidayat. What a servant he's been to the game as we look at our match officials. Yeah, the players warming up. Taufik Hidayat been winning titles internationally since he was 16 years old. In fact, he's won at least one title every year for 14 consecutive years. There's our commentary position. And I have to say, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Dato Sri Jamaluddin Ibrahim, CEO of Axiata. And wonderful to have you here, sir. I want to ask you a little bit about the sponsorship of the Axiata Cup. It's been such an overwhelming success. Is it part of a bigger strategy as far as Axiata are concerned?
Yes, definitely. We are very much into our greater vision is to what we call advancing Asia, and within that is to develop champions and leaders. So we see badminton as a way that we can develop real sports talent in that area. And also this is the part of the branding of Axiata to reaffirm itself as a regional champion too. So kind of a good match.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, the fans here in Indonesia, the fans for every single one of the encounters, it of course started on the 23rd of March with group competition in Kuala Lumpur and here in Jakarta. I mean, from my perspective, it's been an overwhelming success, but from your perspective, equally so?
Yes, it has been, you know, you can look at the crowd, it's, you know, simply aesthetic. It's pretty good. We like the crowd, and, you know, the build-up to the whole event also has been very good. Remember, this is our very first inaugural event, so given that it is a success. But from our perspective, we want to do even more in the future.
When you say do even more Axiata Cups, this format, or are you looking to perhaps go more global or further within Asia?
Well, at least in the near future, we want to do something quite similar in terms of format. It's still within ASEAN of some sort, but more of building the whole game in terms of the publicity, perhaps in terms of building mobility games, because we are very much in the mobility games, getting more and more talent perhaps uncovered. So there could be a series of mini events that lead to the big Axiata Cup, perhaps. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, as this second men's singles is about to start, I hope you'll stay with me for a little while, because this exemplifies absolutely everything that you've been talking about. The megastar of Indonesian badminton, with Taufik Hidayat, former world and Olympic champion, of course, against one of the emerging stars, Rhustavito, who is a real talent.
Absolutely, that's what we like to see.
Yeah. But a big occasion, of course, for the 18-year-old. How will he handle the pressure? Well, it's been fascinating throughout the contest. It's been fascinating to listen to Taufik Hidayat. He was saying in one of his press conferences how much he loved this event, and he was joked about the fact he wished it was happening every 3 months and we could do without the Super Series. I know it was said in a jovial manner, but sir, that really does exemplify how much the players themselves have loved this event.
That's very, very good to hear about that. We want both the players and the audience to enjoy this game.
Yeah, well, they certainly have, and the atmosphere here in the indoor tennis Senayan in Jakarta for the 2 days has been absolutely brilliant. All those people who perhaps wondered, with 2 Indonesian teams playing against each other in the final, and that perhaps the fans wouldn't turn out, they've turned out in their hundreds. It's been absolutely wonderful.
Well, it's good. We can see the current champions of Indonesia versus the new upcoming champions. So still very much in line with what we're trying to do, developing champions and talent.
Yeah. Well, I was concerned that Rhustavito may be overwhelmed by the occasion. And I know it's only early stages at the moment, but the signs are good. And of course, for Indonesia, Taufik Hidayat over the years has been such a servant to the game, winning the Olympic gold medal in Athens in 2004. And the other thing I think that has been such a success about the Axiata Cup is the fact that all the Indonesian players from these 2 different teams, Rajawali and Garuda, have all said quite openly and talked to me about the fact that it has helped to bond them as Indonesian players. And although they've been competing against each other in the Axiata Cup, they feel much closer and much more of an Indonesian team to take forward now to the Thomas Cup finals in Wuhan next month.
All right, great to hear that.
Well, it's those little touch shots if you're a little bit nervous. It's the little touch shots, the net shots that you tend to make the errors on. Oh, that's brilliant. Pushed Rhustavito to the back of the court, kept him there for 3 or 4 shots, and then put in the acute angle as the winner. And that's what singles is all about. Outmaneuver your opponent first. Once they're out of position, that's when you go for the winner. Great pressure from Taufik Hidayat. Just wide. Well, I know that Taufik Hidayat will be desperate to keep his unbeaten record going in this Axiata Cup. Played every match in every tie, from the group qualifying to the semi-finals to the final, the first leg yesterday and again today, and he's won every single match. Oh, that's superb. What a wonderful shot. Well, it's all level. 9-all in this opening game. Well, any doubts that I may have had about the youngster feeling nervous or overwhelmed by the occasion, my doubts have been answered, and answered emphatically. Oh, what a backhand. Oh, and again. Famous for that incredible backhand, Taufik Hidayat. First of all, straight down the line, then the cross-court backhand smash. And I guess it's the innovation of a player like Taufik Hidayat. He produces shots that you just don't believe are possible. Achieves things that nobody thinks can be achieved. Of course, he won the Olympic gold medal when he was unseeded. And I guess that fits very comfortably with the strategy of your company. Well, I think we may have had a technical issue there, but the answer was most definitely from our CEO of Axiata. Now, to the mid-game interval. And it is the more experienced player of Taufik Hidayat who has the advantage. But the narrowest of possible advantages. There's got to be 1 point in it, but that's all there is. Well, I have to say, this is the first time I've really studied Rhustavito, and I have to say, I'm very, very impressed. Well, yesterday afternoon, Taufik Hidayat had a wonderful three-game battle against Dionysius Hayam. He had 2 match points in the second game, but couldn't convert, having won the first, of course. Went to a decider, which he won 21-16. But there's no sign so far of any adverse physical effect from that fantastic match yesterday. Well, signs to me in that last rally that Hidayat just trying to up his pace of movement, and a little bit of pace of shot. Oh, that is fantastic. What disguise. Held the shot to the very last moment. Waited until Rhustavito had committed to come forward and then just flicked the shuttle deep into his forehand corner. That's a good smash. Well, he may have made the error, but I have to say I like the fact that the youngster was trying to be creative with his defensive shot, trying to block across court. And that's always a good sign to me as a youngster. That's clever. There's that wonderful backhand again. Yeah, attacking play. Oh, great defense. Yeah. Rhustavito just didn't know how to get himself out of trouble. It's a pity. Error on serve. Running out of ideas now. Rhustavito. Six game point opportunities for Taufik. Hidayat. Converts on his first opportunity. 21-14, the margin of victory for Taufik Hidayat and Indonesia Garuda. Goodness me, be careful there. So the players back on court for the second game of the second singles, and the second leg of the final of the first ever Axiata Cup. Taufik Hidayat, of course, for Indonesia, Garuda. Took the opening game, 21-14. Overall match tie, remember, is 1-1 in this second leg. Indonesia Garuda won the first leg of the final, 3-love. Oh, lovely play. An 18-year-old. Good elevation and good angle on the smash. Oh, that's missed by a long way. Has to learn to be patient, does Rhustavito. Yeah, that's better. Lovely, in fact. Good rally. Oh, and what a shot to end it. Well, I was talking yesterday about just how deceptive Taufik Hidayat is overhead and how many years I've been watching him, and yet I still can't see what's happening. Whether it's going to be a drop, whether it's, oh, good smash. Whether it's going to be a smash, whether it's going cross or straight. That's interesting, the youngster making Hidayat wait, playing to his pace. That's a good sign too. Oh, it was a brilliant punch clear. deep into Hidayat's backhand side. 7-all. Yeah, that's very nice. Oh my goodness, he's got it back. But that is remarkable. Looked to me as if Taufik Hidayat was all off balance. It still has the control of the racket head to place the shuttle. Acute angle straight down the line with pinpoint accuracy. Just perhaps snatched at that a little. So anxious to finish off the rally. And you can't afford unforced errors like that, because that means that Taufik Hidayat has a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Yeah. Badminton turns, that was well wide. So this is perhaps where Rhustavito actually needed a coach on the sidelines to give him some advice and just help him through. But no coaches have been involved at all courtside today. Oh, it's called good. I have to say I was surprised about that. It's perfect length on the lift there from Hidayat. Well, the fans are still celebrating, still dancing, still encouraging. As Indonesian crowds tend to do at all badminton events. I certainly have very special memories of playing here in Indonesia. The involvement of the crowd. Yeah, good smash. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, good rally. Very good rally. Yeah, nicely done. He hasn't given up fighting. And that too is a very good sign for his future. Well, right idea. Long execution. Asking the umpire if he can have a towel down. Hidayat does the same. Hidayat has talked about the fact that he's going to retire from major international competition after the Olympics. He's not sure whether he's going to quit altogether or whether he'll play some of the lower tier of tournaments rather than the Super Series. Perhaps play some of the Grand Prix events. Be an awful shame when he does retire. He's such a character, such a wonderful player to watch. Oh, and that is exactly why. Look at that. Fantastic. Yeah, that's lovely. So creative as a player. And 2 points away now from the second point needed for victory in this second leg. My goodness. Missed it. Now match points for Taufik, Hidayat, and of course match points for Indonesia, Garuda. 1-1 in the match tie in this second leg. Oh, that's well saved. Yeah, and again. It's wide, and therefore the match to Taufik, Hidayat and Indonesia, Garuda. 21-14, 21-15, the second singles. And Taufik Hidayat waves to his adoring fans because that confirms that Indonesia, Garuda, have beaten Indonesia, Rajawali, here in the second leg. 2-1 in the second leg 3-love yesterday, and therefore Indonesia, Garuda, win the first ever Axiata Cup. Well, he's going to throw some shirts to the fans